What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Advice. We are back again with some ranked battles for you. Now I know I got a habit of using the same team for a long period of time, but the thing is I want to emphasize how important I feel it is to choose a team and grow with it. You know, make changes here and there when you come across things that you're struggling with, but really getting comfortable and getting to know one team instead of jumping around. If you find something that you know will be better for you, that's cool, change that up. But you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that use a bunch of different teams all the time. I'm gonna leave that to them, and I'm gonna just pick one team. I'm gonna stick with it, I'm gonna grow with it, and I'm gonna show you how much you can improve your play, you know, when you're comfortable with a team and you know the way around matchups. Alright, our first opponent, Gil's got a Trick Room team with female Indeedee, Torkoal, Garganacl, Tinglu. I like Superman in the lead. He's got a fast mode too with Flutter main and like potentially Thunder Wave Gyarados, but I think if I can get the rain up and use Iron Mike to stall out Trick Room, we can have some success in the end game. And I like Crypt to deal with the Tinglu and the Garganacl. I got leftovers to get around Salt Cure. I don't feel like I have a reliable way to stop Trick Room, but if we can stall it out, then I can bulk up and stand in front of guard pretty well. Garganacl just makes me feel uncomfortable leading Frozone into the Indeedee. But if we can keep everything alive long enough to stall out Trick Room and Psychic Terrain and get Palafin back in safely, then we should have a pretty easy time cleaning up with Jet Punch and Wave Crash. So I like that. This isn't a standard Trick Room team with a traditional Trick Room setter. I mean, he may have Trick Room on Flutter main, but I mean, he's basically looking like he's willing to use Indeedee female glitch to get Trick Room up and then stacking up on bulky Trick Room mons. So I feel it. Damn, Rillaboom trainer card. So this dude is just shamelessly admitting that he's a hacker, not trying to hide it at all. It's impossible to have Rillaboom in this game without hacking it in. Double shiny lead with a shiny Trick Room Indeedee, which is as close as it comes to being impossible to get legit. But that's cool. Damn, this dude's really the proudest Jenner weirdo since Bruce won Woman of the Year, huh? I don't usually do this, but I'm going to protect Palafin turn 1 and just go for a Drain Punch into Garg. Okay, he just protects Garganacl. This is why I don't really like to protect Palafin turn 1. I'd rather just get it out, because now I'm in a really awkward position where Trick Room's up. He's got a free Salt Cure into that slot, and I'm not really applying any pressure. I don't want Palafin taking damage, so I'm going to switch in Pelipper, but if I had done this last turn, we'd be in much better position. And I'll just Drain Punch Indeedee. I want to get rid of their chance to get Psychic Terrain back up. It'd be one thing if I had Pollen Puff on this team to heal Palafin back up, but I don't. And since I'm so reliant on Wave Crash to get rid of Guard, every bit of HP is important. Okay, they set up an Iron Defense. Unfortunately, we did not bring Hayes Chien-Pao, so I need to get a little bit of chip onto that Garganacl. They get a special defense drop with Psychic, so now the next one will KO, unfortunately. I'm just going to Hurricane Indeedee and switch in Annihilape. Would be nice to just sit here and Drain Punch, but I'm going to take a little bit too much damage if they Psychic into that slot again. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay, they just go for another Iron Defense, so they're +4. At this point, Helping Hand, Terra Water, Wave Crash will still KO in the rain. We do survive that, that's nice. But if they get up another Iron Defense, I'm going to have to get some chip onto Garg if I want to KO it. I'm just going to Hurricane Indeedee again and protect. If they try to switch Indeedee out, we'll catch something with a nice Hurricane. Okay, they are +6 now. And Indeedee is really slow, so we did make the correct play there, protecting Annihilape instead of going for Drain Punch. We do take out Indeedee, so that's nice. One more turn of Trick Room. One more turn of Psychic Terrain, I believe. Torkoal comes in. So I do need to switch out Pelipper and get the rain back up, or I'm guaranteed to lose. I'll switch Iron Hands into that slot. I just can't risk losing Palafin to a body press. And they're unlikely to body press into the Annihilape slot, so I will switch Palafin in for Annihilape. I really need Palafin to hard carry this game. Okay, they go Solar Beam. Damn, it is into the Palafin slot, but we do survive. But I mean, I think that +6 body press would have KO'd, so that's the best scenario in a lot of really bad scenarios. Yeah, Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Psychic Terrain is gone. Just bring in Pelipper now, get the rain up. I had to switch Annihilape out there because if I'm down on my last 2 Pokemon, they can just switch Torkoal out and get the sun back up, and then there's no way for me to win. And go Helping Hand. Yeah, no, don't want to go Terra Steel. I want to go Terra Water, Helping Hand, and Wave Crashes Garg. Do as much damage as I can. And they can't Solar Beam again because the rain's up, so it's a 2-turn move. And because they have Solar Beam, I'm guessing they don't have Earth Power. I'm hoping they don't have Earth Power. We'll see. Yeah, this definitely isn't looking good. Hate losing to a Trick Room hacker. Worst case scenario. Alright, we get a Helping Hand off. Let's go. They protect Torkoal, predicting me to KO it. No thanks, boy. Not the threat. Oh, yes, sir. Critical hit. Could not have come at a better time. I'm pretty much 100% sure that crit mattered. Am I sorry for it? Do you want me to apologize to a Trick Room bot, 0 integrity hack star who has a team full of undeserved shiny Pokemon, ruining the sacredness of people who work hard to get their shinies? Hell no, you can hold that. And I hope you're still sick about it tomorrow. I'm just gonna Hurricane the Torkoal and protect. Try to call the Flutter main protect. This game isn't back in our favor yet, but I'm feeling a lot better about it than I did when they had a +6 Garganacl on the field, so they did just go Terra Grass Torkoal on an incoming Hurricane. You love to see it. Okay, Flutter main didn't protect, but they just go for a Dazzling Gleam. We'll take that. Yeah, we take that well. Here's your Hurricane served up on a silver platter. Nice Terra boy. And we did see that their booster energy Flutter main, so helping hand. Jet Punch does finish this game off for us. And we come away with an unlikely victory. And this one feels good. I'm not gonna lie, this one feels really good. Normally I'm not proud to get hacks, but Karma and Justice were served. Eat that, bitch. You can gen your Pokemon, but you cannot gen talent. Sucks to suck. GG, Gil. GG, easy. And if any of that offended you, good. You're part of the problem, and I don't respect your feelings a little bit. Alright, we got Pusat. He's got a Tailwind team. Some pretty good Pokemon. He's got opposing weather control with Tyranitar. I expect Garchomp and Talonflame in the lead. Or maybe Iron Hands. Either way, I like Palafin. We can switch out into Pelipper. I'm going to bring my own Iron Hands because it's pretty good into his team. And Wet's a good switch, and if they do bring Garchomp in the lead. And then, let's see. I could make a case for Frozone, Tatiana, or Crypt. Tatiana's pretty good against Earthquake spam and prevents Fake Out and Priority Brave Bird. And Frozone's my best answer into the Garchomp. But if they go Terra Fire, then I don't really have a great way to hit it, and Sand breaks my Focus Sash. Leaning towards Tatiana, just because it's a good Thunder Punch switch in as well as an Earthquake switch in. You know what though, I'm just really worried about Rock Slide. I mean, I do have Wide Guard, but I think I'm going to go Crypt just for the Rock Slide and the endgame T-Tar. Bulk Up's pretty good against this team too. If they want to spam Will-O-Wisp, we can use Bulk Up on Superman and Crypt to get ourselves tanky and bypass the burns. But they lead Flutter main and Talonflame, so I'm gonna switch in Pelipper, get the rain up, and go Terra Fire and just Thunder Punch the Flutter main. This usually picks up Flutter mains, and if I can get rid of a Pokemon early, then you know they don't have as much switch in potential for the Weather War. And I think because I'm threatening Fake Out, if anything's gonna Terra, it's gonna be Terra Ghost Talonflame. Although it could just be Covert Cloak too. A lot of Talonflames are Covert Cloak. But the thing is, once I go Terra Fire here, I'm not really worried about Talonflame, and they switch it out anyways into Iron Hands. Cool. And their booster energy Iron Hands. Okay, we see our Terra first, so they may be protecting Flutter main here, which would be a good play. Because we don't really have any way to beat turn 2 Fake Out here. But they just Thunderbolt, so probably Choice Specs. We lose Wet. But we're going to get big damage on Flutter main. We do just pick up, so they're not Focus Sash. Likely Choice Specs. And I can just bring Palafin back in. I don't want to go Annihilape and have them just Brave Bird me. I feel like we can use Palafin as bait. You know, we got the rain up. We're threatening a lot of damage. We're threatening Jet Punch onto the Talonflame, so they probably expect me to go for it. I want to save Annihilape. It could switch in and take a Thunder Punch pretty well, but if they happen to double into that slot with Brave Bird, I lose resources too quick for nothing, and makes the end game easy on them. I think it's best to just protect and take things slow. And we'll Drain Punch the Iron Hands. Alright, they go Tailwind. So that Iron Hands should be faster than all of our Pokemon. They do Thunder Punch into the Protect, which is nice. We get a free Drain Punch and stall out a Tailwind turn. They still have priority. I don't want to take damage on Palafin, so I'm going to switch out for Annihilape. If they double into this slot, good play. And I'll just Drain Punch their Iron Hands again. I just think Palafin at this point is the most valuable Pokemon we have. And if I can keep it healthy, we can go for bulk ups at the end. Alright, Crypt the Recluse comes back in. They do catch us with a Brave Bird. But they do break their Gale Wings, so now we're first with Aqua Jet. Nice double up. Crypt was just a sack there, but like I said, we break their Gale Wings. We get good damage on Iron Hands. Okay. They have one turn of Tailwind left. I really don't want to get Will-O-Wisp with Palafin, and they haven't used their Terra yet. If they're Terra Grass, they may survive a Jet Punch here, so I'm just going to Protect to Scout and Drain Punch their Iron Hands. And they'll be in range of Jet Punch next turn. Alright, Brave Bird into Iron Mike. And they do double up, but that's fine. We take that pretty well. And we'll get a Drain Punch back. Alright, awesome. It looks like another Drain Punch will KO, but I don't know if they're faster than me or not. And being that they're a Tailwind team, they're probably pretty speed invested. So I'm just going to Jet Punch their Iron Hands and Thunder Punch Talonflame. This is still a close one, especially because they still have a Pokemon in the back. I mean, I'd say if anything, they're winning. That was a really good read on the Palafin Protect, but in a best of 3, if I'd conditioned them to think I was going to play safely there, I might have actually gone for an attack, but I didn't feel threatened with Iron Mike, and I felt like it was really important to make sure I preserved Palafin for the last Pokemon. Okay, they protect Talonflame, awesome. We just get a free KO here. Bye-bye. So we get to see what their last Pokemon is. Tailwind's gone. Despotar. Okay, so we don't have Rain anymore. I think I Jet Punch Talonflame and Drain Punch T-Tar. I just don't want them getting Tailwind up, because that'll prevent me from being able to bulk up. Okay, we do finally see their Terra. Seemed like they were saving it for marriage. Talonflame goes Terra Ghost, but I feel like it still doesn't save them. Superman is so strong. We get a crit. I just don't feel like it mattered. They KO Iron Mike with Rock Slide. We'll just wave crash. That should pick up. Yes, sir. GG. That was a close one. He made some good calls. I made some good calls. I enjoyed that. Well played to my opponent. Green hair gang. Alright, y'all. Thank you very much. Peace.